Here's some film shot in the summer of 1959, designed to publicize the comforts of train travel. The scene was staged at East Los Angeles. The entire crew was lined up next to Astrodome number 7000 to demonstrate the level of service the public could expect on a Union Pacific Domeliner. The red cap at the station handles the luggage and assists with boarding. A still photography crew took pictures for print advertisements. The use of reflectors ensured that the side of the Domeliner and the personnel were well lit. Here's how the ad looked in the November 1959 issue of National Geographic. The headline reads, "Like to be looked after when you travel?" The rest of the copy in the print ad went like this. Serving you and yours is the pleasant duty of the 35 highly trained employees comprising the personnel on Union Pacific Domeliners. They look after your comfort and safety. Prepare taste-appealing meals for your enjoyment. Your wish is their command, and we're proud of the way they reflect true Western hospitality. On your next trip to or from the West, enjoy the finest in accommodations and service on a Union Pacific Domeliner or Streamliner. There is no extra fare. Union Pacific Railroad, dependable freight and passenger service. Parading by the camera are the conductor, engineer, fireman, head-end brakeman, mid-train and rear brakeman, Domeliner steward, Domeliner cooks wearing the white hats, lead waiter with the yellow collar, Domeliner waiters and bartenders wearing bow ties and sashes, Pullman conductor and Pullman porters who worked in the sleeping cars, Dome lounge attendant, coffee shop lounge cooks with the white hats, coffee shop lounge steward, and coffee shop lounge waiters. Here's how UP advertised the Domeliners on television.
Again, Union Pacific Railroad leads the transportation field, this time in dome travel, because Union Pacific and only Union Pacific has three kinds of dome cars. First came the Astrodome coaches with a revolutionary slanted seating arrangement for perfect viewing, extra wide windows and double capacity air conditioning. Then came the Astrodome Observation Lounge Car, luxury on wheels, with its slanted divans on the dome level, its informal club lounge, and smartly modern roomy lower lounge. And now, first of their kind, the exciting Dome Diners, the only dome dining cars on any railroad. At middle level, there's the main dining room, ideal for the leisurely enjoyment of fine food. And for special events en route, a private dining room seating 10, featuring a gold table service. When you hear somebody say, "Be specific, go Union Pacific," you know you're listening to a wise traveler, because Union Pacific always leads the transportation parade.
Let's look at Union Pacific streamlined equipment in operation through Utah during the 1950s and 60s. A few miles east of Strawberry, Utah, the second section of the city of Los Angeles rolls by the camera. Another City of Los Angeles second section is traveling eastbound through Weber Canyon, Utah, near Devil's Slide. We spot a Milwaukee Road Superdome, which means this scene dates from the 1960s. The mountains provide a snowy backdrop for eastbound Train 102, the city of San Francisco, west of Morgan, Utah. Train 9, the westbound city of St. Louis, traverses Utah's wide-open spaces. The second section of Train 104, the City of Los Angeles, rolls by at Echo, Utah. At the same location, Train 108, the Challenger, heads eastbound. The Challenger ran the same route as the City of Los Angeles, but didn't offer sleeping car accommodations. There's a Milwaukee Road Superdome on the rear. The westbound City of Los Angeles, train number 103, runs through Wasatch, Utah. A flagman waves on train number 10, the eastbound City of St. Louis, at Weber Canyon, Utah. This is the first of several train movements we'll see at this location. Soon afterwards, the first section of Train 104, the eastbound City of Los Angeles, puts on a good smoke show. Next, here's the second section of Train 104. Here comes Train 102, the eastbound City of San Francisco. Weber Canyon is a busy spot for watching trains. Here's the City of San Francisco at the same location in wintertime. A Domeliner travels eastbound at Weber Canyon near Peterson, Utah. There's lots of power on the head end of this train, photographed at the same location. The fins on the roof of the Astrodome were meant to deflect dirt away from the glass, but they were largely ineffective. Here's another run-by of the same train. A couple of Southern Pacific cars bring up the rear. We're pacing a train as we climb Echo Canyon. There's an Illinois Central sleeper near the end of this train at Echo Canyon, Utah. We're located just east of Echo Junction. A train's ride can only be as smooth as the roadbed. This maintenance of way crew will soon head out to the job site. An old tender from a steam locomotive is part of the work train's consist. It supplies water to the employees who live on board. A variety of specialized equipment aids the track gang. Jointed rail is still in use on the main line, which creates that distinctive clickety-clack sound as trains roll by. Years later, the joints would give way to long ribbons of welded rail. The mechanization of the gang's manual labor was considered revolutionary at the time, but by today's standards, these machines seem quaint. Train 9, the City of St. Louis, passes the track gang. Westbound Train 27, an Omaha to Laramie mail train, passes the track workers at Creston, Wyoming. Staying in Wyoming, we spot a westbound Domeliner near Granger. A UP passenger train enters the east end of the Hermosa tunnels, with a Southern Pacific coach and a Milwaukee Road Superdome in the consist. This Domeliner is traveling through western Wyoming. There's still a little snow on the ground as Train 9, the westbound City of St. Louis, approaches our camera on Sherman Hill, near Remount, Wyoming. This scene on Sherman Hill is an outtake from Meet Uncle Pete, a Union Pacific film shot in the early 1960s. This westbound train is running on the Dale Creek Fill. Here's an eastbound near Dale Junction. This is a going-away shot of a different Domeliner west of Dale Junction. Diesel locomotives are serviced inside the Union Pacific shops at Omaha, Nebraska. Our camera is perched aboard a moving overhead crane. A 16-cylinder prime mover is hoisted out of a GM locomotive. The crane makes easy work of the heavy load. Crews reinstall a locomotive's crankshaft. This shop worker is servicing the cylinder heads. The valve seats need grinding. Fuel injectors require careful adjustments. The logo on the dial reads General Motors Locomotives. The Omaha shops were capable of big jobs too. Thanks to the diligent work of UP shop forces, the streamlined diesels keep on the move. Let's look at run-bys from around the UP system. We're east of Strawberry, Utah. E7s lead a train past Multnomah Falls, Oregon. An Alco PA is on the point. This is an eastbound train on the Oregon side of the Columbia River Gorge. The bank on the opposite side of the river is in the state of Washington. An F3 leads westbound train number 457 from Portland to Seattle along Puget Sound in Washington during the early 1950s. All four of the former Train of Tomorrow cars are included in the 14-car consist. The third Astrodome in the train